Good evening. This is Chris Robinson, Robinson Ag Marketing, with tonight's podcast Sunday night. It's about 7:30. I wanted to wait about a half hour and see if we opened up and saw anything really interesting. It's pretty quiet so far. Corn down a penny, beans down five, wheat down a penny. Stock market's up about, at least futures wise, up about 100 in the Dow, about seven or so. So quiet night. Not a whole lot going on. Crude oil hanging in there right around 67, 60, 67 half right there. What are we going to look for this week? Well, we're going to see obviously crop conditions. We're going to get that tomorrow. We'll see if that moves us. We'll see if corn has gas in the tank to go fill that gap. What are the levels I'm looking at? Well, if you took a look at the weekly wrap, and I kind of went through that, we had a pretty good recovery bounce Friday. We still need to get into that gap. We need to fill that gap. These corn at um, more or less. The gap gets filled if we hit 432 and three quarters. So that's kind of job number one for the Bulls. Well, that'll be the key level heading this week. Soybeans, we've got November soybeans right around 1030. Remember, 1018 is a big level. 1018 is the midpoint of the entire trading range that we've had here in this past year. So that's a big key level. Are we going to get one more run up to that 1075 level? Hopefully we do. If we do, we're going to use it to get more aggressive on making some cash sales there. As far as wheat goes, wheat is going to follow corn, I would imagine. There's no real story in wheat. We've been trying to carve out a bottom here. I would say if I'm long wheat, I absolutely positively want to keep a put underneath my unpriced bushels. If December Chicago wheat takes out 550, that could be problems. That could open up the can of worms back down to the May lows there, 544. So really quickly, kind of wrapping it up here this night. There's not a whole lot going on. I would say we have to wait here for the next week or so and see if we get any information about any changes in pollination. There has been some stories out there that it's been too hot at night. There has been some stories of periodic kind of spotty uh, pollination. But all in all, we don't really have anything to sink our teeth into yet if you're a bull. So stay protected, keep your puts on the table. If you're an end user, this is still a good time, I think, in my opinion, to get some very cheap calls. If you read my weekly letter, the weekly summary, I pointed out that you can still get some 5 cent, 6 cent calls, which would really help you if we do get a rally. I can't sit here and promise you that yes, we're going to get a rally, everything's going to be all right. But if you're an end user and if corn were to rally 50, 60 cents, you want to have those calls on before it happens. Like I said, buying the calls, me recommending calls for end users is not me promising you we're going to get a 50 cent rally. It is a hedge, it is a defense against that happening. Flip side for producers, boy, you better have some sort of protection on to defend it if we happen to take out $4. You can do very cheap very cheap put options for the next 130 days, somewhere between 7.5 and 10 cents, and at least know that come hell or high water, you've got $4 covered. And if we do get into a situation at harvest where we're sub $4, I think every penny is going to help. And so to spend 7 to 10 cents to have a floor at $4 as your worst case scenario on the board. I know you have to deal with your basis. I know basis is going to be a problem for a lot of guys, but we can hedge flat price, and that's what we do with these hedges. So defend $4. Having the put on paper is a defensive move. Um, it's there in case we're down in the threes, 370, 360, 350 come harvest. We haven't had a whole lot to work with so far in 2025. Hopefully we do. It'd be nice to get back to the spring insurance price of 470. If we do, we're going to get after it, making cash sales. So that's about it for tonight. Thank you for listening. This is Chris Robinson. If you have any questions, give me a call directly or email me directly. Have a good night.